Hey everybody.
Hi there. This episode is about Cherokee, North Carolina, and we stayed there for about 2 weeks, so we did and saw a lot of things.
We did, and obviously we really enjoyed it to have stayed so long. What an educational experience. That's one of the fun things about being on the road, the things you learn. And I'll tell you, what I was taught about Indians when I was in school was next to nothing, but boy, what an education those folks gave us. So here's the video. Hope you enjoy it.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Sandy.
And I'm Ed.
And this is General, our totally awesome water dog.
We used to live on the Outer Banks of North Carolina, but one day we found both of ourselves unemployed.
So we decided to take a chance. We sold everything, bought a trailer, and left to explore America. We're learning as we go along, but we still make mistakes.
But we get a lot of things right too. So come join us as we learn to RV full-time, explore America, and share in our exciting journey of discovery. Our next adventure is just over the hill.
This travel day brings us to Cherokee, North Carolina. So those hills that you're seeing in the background there, those are the Great Smoky Mountains, and we are getting so excited about this. So on our first day of exploring, we decided to take a look at a Masonic monument that we kind of just tripped across on the internet. And we wanted to share this with you because we think this is a substantial Masonic monument that a lot of Masons don't get to see. So we really wanted to share it with you guys, and I hope you enjoy this little tour. Awesome baby turkeys. So while we were heading up the Blue Ridge Parkway to see the Masonic monument, we ran across this elk, and it's tagged, so it's one of those few that they're keeping track of. Awesome. This is the Lake Junaluska overlook, and we don't know what elevation because the sign is away for repairs. Guessing we're probably somewhere around 4,000 square feet, 4,000 feet high. We're almost to the end of the parkway, where it joins up with the Smoky Mountains National Park. So it's mile marker 469 on the Blue Ridge Parkway.
So we're very happy with our campsite in Cherokee, North Carolina. This is our backyard. It's just beautiful. River out back, a fire ring, stones, and there's a path down below that we can walk the dog on, and stairs that lead down there to this long path that goes along. It's also a great place for the dog to lay. General can lay out here in the grass, which was our thought, or of course he can always lay on the mat, which we work hard at getting clean. But yeah, and there's no coaxing him anywhere, especially after a 3-mile walk.
We took a tour of the Museum of the Cherokee Indian, And that was amazing. It was so interesting to hear everything in their own words, the stories that they pass on to their children, the beliefs that they have, the ways that they make their tools and the baskets and the pottery. They're very proud of that, and they spend a lot of time talking about that. There was some information on the various tribes in North America. They call them the civilized tribes. So that was really interesting. And they also had a setup about the Trail of Tears. And of course, that was a very sad part of their lives. But again, so very interesting to hear everything in their own words. This was just an amazing place, and we learned so much about the Indian culture. Highly recommended. We also learned about the few Indian regiments that took place in the American Civil War, and about the Cherokee clans. That was a really interesting thing to read about. There was the Wolf Clan, the largest and most influential of the clans. The Wolf Clan provided most of the war chiefs and were the only ones who could kill a wolf. Then the Deer Clan. Members of this clan were the fastest runners and deer hunters. They were called the Keepers of the Deer. The Bird Clan. As keepers of the birds, they were skilled in using blowguns and snares and hunting birds. The Blue Clan. This clan was sometimes known as the Panther or Wild Cat Clan. They made a medicine from a blue-colored plant, which was believed to keep children in good health. The Long Hair Clan. Many peace chiefs came from this clan, also known as the Twister, Hair Hanging Down, or Wind Clan. The Wild Potato Clan, also known as the Blind Savannah Clan, the Bear Clan, and the Raccoon Clan. These clan members were known as foragers and gathered wild potatoes along the streams for food. And the Pink Clan. Many sorcerers and medicine people came from this clan. They made the red paint used to decorate faces and bodies. Very interesting. While we were in Cherokee, we did find a really awesome water spot that we could take General so he could get his feet wet and get a drink and basically play around in the water because he loves the water so much. This just happens to be near the Mountain Farm Museum. And it's a pretty good sized river. People float down it in inner tubes and stuff like that. And it was just a really great place for him to go to play in the water for a little bit. We actually ended up going here pretty much every day. I don't think there was a day that we missed the whole time we were in Cherokee and coming to this spot.
General, no, don't go out there, General. General. Good boy.
One of the main attractions in Bryson City, which is only about maybe 15 miles away from Cherokee and the RV resort that we stayed at, is the Great Smoky Mountain Railroad. It's an awesome attraction, highly recommended. Everybody that I've ever heard of that has taken the tour has loved it, but it is kind of on the expensive side, and they don't allow pets on the trains, and most of the tours are pretty long, and we wouldn't have felt comfortable even General in the trailer for that long. So it was very interesting to us to find out that the train actually goes right by the campground that we stayed at. So instead of riding on the train, we got to take a video of the train, which to us was just as good. It was fun. We also toured the Oconoluftee Indian Village. This was really interesting. They had different displays set up for their weaving and beading, pottery making, mask making, weaving of the baskets, and this shows some irrigation through their little village. Some weapons. And these are animal traps that they used to use and made by hand. This is a home that would have been built by the Cherokee after the Europeans came, and the Cherokee were able to see the kind of homes that white people built. They also had an example of a sweat house, which actually it was interesting to find out that a sweat house is owned by every Cherokee family, and they use this as their winter home, but it was also used by the community as a whole as kind of like a hospital where people went when they were sick, and they would burn the herbs over the fire, boil the herbs over the fire.
All kinds of food, so we ship it to other villages. Or if we're going to go trade with other tribes, we can also load with some different trade goods, clay, flint, pottery. Bring those out to the Great Lakes, trade with the Iroquois.
This is an example of an earlier home that would have been pre-European explorers, and it was interesting to see the weave structure that is the base of the home, and then they kind of mud over top of that. That was really cool. This is an example of their council house where they gather for meetings. This is an example of items that the Indians traded with the white people. And then the square grounds where they did social dances and also ceremonial dances. And it was very interesting to watch the social dances that they performed for us. That was really cool.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
This is the water channel that goes up to the Mingus Mill that we're visiting today. They've got a little bridge over it so people can visit. So they just built up supports. Lots of supports to build up the channel that goes to the mill. The mill was built in 1886. This is a Mingus Mill, and it's still in operation today. Pretty awesome feat of engineering. There's a wheat cleaner right there. And we're on the second floor of the mill right at the moment. This is about the level that the water would come in or do whatever it was supposed to. Maybe the belts came in through that door over there. I was mistaken. I thought this was still in operation, but it's definitely not. Bolting chest.
So we are at Wheels Through Time. It's a transportation museum, and can't really do video well inside, but you all really, if you love motorcycles, if you just love anything that's got an engine in it, this is almost a must-do. Located in Maggie Valley, North Carolina. So we got lots of pictures to show you, and on we go. We are at the Tuckaseegee RV Resort campgrounds just outside Cherokee, North Carolina. Nice campgrounds. There is traffic noise you probably can hear in the background. No way around that, folks. If you come to this area, I mean, it's the Smoky Mountains and the roads run down through the valley, so it's just part of it. But this resort is beautiful. Nice pad, cement pad, privacy fence, the laundry facilities. All the facilities here are just top-notch. Can't say enough about them. We've been here for over a week, and I'll show you the reason why we're getting held up here. Well, we're getting held up by this little guy, which I'm sure isn't showing up well, but anyway, we were on the Smoky Mountain Expressway, got hit with a stone, cracked the windshield, and I know how these things go. If you don't get them repaired right away, the thing will scatter all the way across the entire windshield. So we're here for an extra day or two, hoping the weather is going to hold off. The fellow's supposed to be here in a couple hours and see if we can get this repaired. This is a good reason why insurance pays off, I think.
Just wanted to show you a little bit of downtown Cherokee. We just pulled into the street that goes downtown. They have this awesome creek front park here on the right hand side. It goes on for quite a while. Unfortunately, dogs aren't allowed on the far side, but they are allowed on the closer side here next to the road. But it's an awesome park. Here on the left hand side is the Bureau of Indian Affairs. And now we're coming into the more commercial area. Lots of shops, motels, restaurants. This is their fairgrounds. They did have a carnival there, like a 4th of July type of carnival, until just a couple days ago. It's gone now. And here on the corner is the Museum of the Cherokee Indian, and we went in there and we'll be showing you some footage from that. Straight ahead is more touristy type shops and restaurants, and we're gonna make a right. At this light, gonna cross over that creek.
They have an election going on too for tribe members, similar to government, state politics.
And there's a woman, there's actually a woman nominated for the tribal chief, and there's a woman nominated for the tribal vice chief this year. So that's pretty cool. Housing Authority on the left, Transportation Center on the right, several Baptist churches, Cherokee Boys Club here on the right.
Say a command.
These are the tribal offices here on the right, and their fire department was on the left. So pretty normal stuff for any other municipality. And we got a little bit of a residential area here.